All I'll say to them,
This is
when they
Antique
go to
Newsroom.
Cooks to look for
This
mischief,
is
they should stay at
Antique
Cooks,
Newsroom.
because that is where they belong. Now, if those computers were good, you think they'll reach at Cooks?
No.
If they're working? You think they would even leave the Board of Education office before individuals in there would not have taken them home or given them to individuals who could utilize them? I have a laptop here I want to give to Harold Lovell. It's an HP. It looks very nice. You can look at it. Nothing at all is broken in it. You can see the screen, everything is in place. Yeah?
Yeah.
Guess what? The battery doesn't work and the computer doesn't work. It is obsolete. Even though it looks quite nice and shiny and beautiful, it does not work. And that's the point they're making. They're saying that those that they discarded, that they're obsolete, that they do not work. And now I accept that they could have disposed them, in a more responsible manner. That I do accept. But at the same time, I mean, these are laptops that would have, let's say, done their useful life, and they have no economic value. Now, when we came to the governance of the country, we also met old computers that were utilized during the UPP tenure. They had no economic value, and those were discarded. Now, we didn't make any issue about it to say that, the UPP wasted monies. I mean, those laptops that they had within the school system, they served their purpose, and then after a while, they were rendered obsolete, and they were disposed of. It's not the first time that the Board of Education has disposed of, laptops that are and ebooks that are not of any economic value. And similarly, they have also routinely, from time to time, disposed of textbooks that are no longer in use. Now, Harold's assertion that these old textbooks, which are out of print and, obviously don't have up-to-date information, that those should be utilized in libraries. I mean, this tells you that this man is a dinosaur. Most people, most entities are now looking to electronic libraries rather than to use outdated books. And you have to understand that knowledge is increasing exponentially year by year.
Yes.
A textbook written 10 years ago or 20 years ago is irrelevant to today's dispensation. I recall sometime in my 20s, I was doing a course as part of my banking program in the UK when they first introduced me to IT, information technology. And terms that we understand very easily now, LAN and WAN and all kind of terms sounded so remote at the time, very abstract. Because, again, the use of IT at that time and the use of laptops and so on, was not very popular. So you can imagine now that an IT textbook back then compared to one now will be far different. I mean, you're going to study using a textbook that was printed 20 years ago. You can't pass an exam. And the interesting thing about it is that most students now have access to the internet, have access to Google. Anything you want to know, you can Google. And this dinosaur Harold Lovell telling people that they must go and use textbooks that are 20 years old. This is a type of stupendous reasoning that you get from these people. And every time they open their mouths, you recognize that they're not ready to govern, And when an opposition party can send one of its executive members down to Cooks to pick up rubbish to make mischief, it tells you that's precisely where they belong.